Welcome back to yet another project video. In this project, you're going to build decentralized license and storage marketplace where you can sell digital license of your document so user can download the license and they can use your assets. This particular application is 100% controlled by smart contract, even the authentication system. So we have three-step authentication process like hashing the algorithm and storing all this information in the contract. So let me give you a quick walkthrough that what exactly you're going to build and how our application exactly work. So when the user will come, this is what they will see. So if they have the account, they can simply log in, or if they don't have an account, they can simply click on the sign up and they can fill out the details and they can create an account. So I already have my account, so I will simply provide my credential, pass my username and password. So if I click on this connect, it's going to perform all the three-step authentication. So finally, I'm back into the application and I have successfully done my authentication. This is how the application would look like. From here, you can easily able to control dark and light mode. From here, you can have the advanced filter. So if you want to filter out the data based on the PDF, image, audio, video, marketplace, and price, that's all you can do. Change the theme, dark, light. Here we have the quick links. And from here, user can simply log out from the application. So this is the navigation section and this is the dashboard section, and here we have the sidebar. So let me give you a quick walkthrough that how exactly our application works. So this is the very first section. You can see these data is coming from the smart contract, the name and how many files the user have created. Here you have the quick options, upload, and from here you can upload your document. You have multiple categories, so you can select any category: image, audio, video, PDF. You can provide the details like title, description, and here we have the visibility. So when you set the visibility to false, it will not list in the marketplace for selling the license. So when you set it to, then it will sell in the marketplace, but when you will sell in false, it will not sell. So that's the things you have to keep in mind, which we're going to do it together. So here we have to back to the dashboard. Here you will find all the PDF which you will create, and here you will have the link, so you can simply copy and you can share. You can click and you can able to read and see the document, that how exactly it looks, what is this PDF is. You can click on the documents and you can have the preview of the document. So right now we have this 4 PDF I have created from this particular account. If I go to the category section, so we are allowing 4 different category: image, PDF, video, and audio. You will find the recent update that when the last time this particular category got created. So we have 1 image, we have 4 PDF, and the last one is 29, and we have the video and we have the audio. Here you will find the recent file which you will upload, and all of this data is visible to only you, not in the marketplace. So that's how our dashboard would look like. Here we have the footer section, and on the left hand side here we have the sidebar. So you can click on this create new and you will come back to the create and upload document section. We have already seen the dashboard. Here we have this my drive, and here we have this 4 different components. So all the images which you will create, that's all going to be reflected here. You can simply copy the URL. If you come back to the PDF, you can see all the PDF. You can simply click and you can able to have the preview of the PDF. Same goes with the audio. You will have all the audio. Copy the link and you can share with anyone, or you can simply play, or you can simply download. So that's also working. And here we have the video. So you can simply copy and you can play the video, and you can simply make on the big screen. So that's also working fine. So here you will find all the documents which you will create, even the document which you have kept private, not selling in the marketplace. That's all you will find here. So this is the my drive section. Now you come back to the marketplace, and here you will find all the document which user are listed for selling the license. So anybody can come and they can buy the licenses of this assets and they can utilize in their project. So if you want to buy it, you can do that very easily. For example, I want to, by clicking on this, and you can simply make the payment. So we are charging fixed amount of money, but you can charge any amount, but we are going with this particular as a license fee, and they can buy the assets, which we're going to see. Here you will find all the recent document which user have created in the marketplace. So that's all will reflect here. You can see the certificate. So when you will buy any digital asset, is going to give you a certificate which you can provide in different platform when they will ask you. So right now I have bought this 2 assets, this image and this video. If I click on this get certificate, here you can see this is the certificate I have. So I have the title, I have the copyright certificate, I have the name of the user who have bought it. You can see the title, you can see the description, this is the hash of the file, and this is the actual owner of the contract, means you are getting the right to use this particular assets. And this is the ID and the category. So if you want to download this certificate, you can simply click on this download, and it's going to download, and you can open it in the browser, and you can see this is the certificate we have provided. And everything is dynamic. Everything is dynamic. You can easily able to customize this certificate and you can create your own. So this is the certificate section, and right now I have this two asset which I have bought, the certificate, the copyright. Now here we have the pricing section. You can see we are selling credit. So when the user will create its account, will give 5 credit, but after that they have to buy the credit. So like in this amount we are selling 20 credit, in this amount we are selling 50 credit, in this amount we are selling 100 credit. So if I want to buy, I can simply get any particular plan and I can get the credit. So right now I am into the gold one because this is the one which I have bought and I have this much credit. So it's also working fine. Now if I come back to the settings, here we'll have the access of the user. So click on this, you can click on the profile, and here you will find all these details. Like this is the banner. Here you will find the information about your account. So this is the short description. Here we have the left of the credit, how many files you have created, how many files are listed for marketplace for sale. And here you will find the dynamic types. You can see right now 4% is the PDF and all of that. Social media links. And here we have also included Uniswap exchange. So if you want to buy any token or if you want to buy any NFT or do the swap, that's all you can do. You can simply connect with the wallet and you can make the transaction. So that's all you will find here. It's 100% dynamic. Let me close this one. So that's all you can interact. You can explore, you can go to the pool, you can go to the NFT. That's all is there. So you can simply interact with the Uniswap exchange and you can perform all the transaction of the swap. Here you will find the recent uploads which you have done. That's all you will reflect here. And here we have some quick information about your account, the crypto tokens, DApp access, and contact information. So that's all information you will find about your profiles. And this will allow you to simply access the decentralized exchange and buy the token. Now come back to the update user. From here you can update all the information about your account, like roles, what roles you want to hold. So I am a developer, that's what I have selected. You can simply provide all of these details and you can simply update. And if you want to change the password, someone know your password, you can simply change your password. You can provide the username which you have used and you have to provide the new password and simply update your password. You can do that. So that's what we have here. And you can go back to the user list. Here you will find all the user who have created their account. That's all list you will find here. So you can see the name, you can see the username, you can see the email ID, and when they have created the account. You can simply print this. So you can click on this print and it's going to download this document, which you can simply see in the Excel file. So there you will have all the access. You can see this is the hash of the password which we have generated, and that's what we are storing. So this is the user section. Close this one, and right now I have this much credit, and if I want to buy, I can simply click and I can buy 100 credit very easily. So let me buy it. So I click on this buy. It's going to make the transaction to my smart contract and I have to pay this much fund for buying. I can click confirm and it's going to make the transaction. So let me open it up, and here the transaction is happening. Just wait. Once the transaction will complete, I'll receive the fund in my contract owner address and this credit will go up to 100. So here I have successfully made the transaction, and here the transaction is completed, but this will take a little bit time to reflect here. So all you have to do is to simply click on this reload and it's going to reload the contract information. Click on this connect. All you have to do is to connect one time, and here we have this one. You can see right now we have this much credit. It's went up. Now we can create 198 document because this much credit we have. Now let's talk about that how we can create document. So from here you can easily able to do the filter. You can go to the PDF, image, you can go to the audio, you can go to the video, you can go to the marketplace, you can go to the pricing section. That's all you can control from here. Now let's come back to the create, and from here you can create your document. So the very first thing you have to do is you have to click on this. And from here you have to select the document which you want to upload. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply upload the music. So this is the one which I'm going to upload, the audio. Just wait, it's going to simply upload the audio. So once the upload will complete, here you can see image uploaded successfully. You can simply say upload successfully. From here you can select. So we have uploaded the audio. Here we have the audio. Now you can click and you can simply play. You can simply listen to the audio. Now we have to give the information about the audio. So we'll say new audio test, and I can give the description. Simply copy the description from here and I can paste here. And from here I have to select the visibility. So whether I want to sell the license of this particular audio or not. So if I click here, if I want to sell, so I can say true, but if I don't want to sell, I can say false. So when I will say false, it's not going to reflect in the marketplace, but it will reflect in my drive. So let's sell it first. I'll say true, and I will call create add document, and here it's calling the contract, and I have to simply say confirm, and it's going to make the transaction. So this process will take a little bit time because all the transaction we are doing on the Polygon test network, but literally you can deploy the contract to any network, mainnet, Gorilla, Optimum, it will work absolutely fine. So here it's created successfully. Again, it's taking a little bit time, and here we have successfully created our first document, NFT audio test. You can simply copy and you can share, or you can simply listen to this. So this is how you can create your document. Let's create one more, but this time I'm going to create a private document. So this time we have only one image, and if I come back to the marketplace, there is only one image listed for the marketplace, but I'm going to create an image. You can create any document. So I'll select image, and I'm going to select here, and I'm going to select the image which I have. So I don't have any image. This is the one I have. I'm going to select it. Just wait, it's uploading, and once it will upload successfully, it's going to reflect. So let me select. Here we have, automatically it will fetch. Now let me say new image test. I can give the description, not this one. I can copy this from here and I can paste here, and I will set this visibility to false. So if I select this false and I will say add document, it's going to call my contract. It's going to store all of this information, but this will be not visible in the marketplace, so the user cannot buy the copyright. So just wait, the transaction is happening, and here we are. And finally we have created our document. So this is the one which we have created, but if you come back to the marketplace, this document is not visible for sale because it's a private document which you have listed for yourself. So it's also working absolutely fine. So this is how you can create document. You can pick any category: image, audio, video, and PDF. You can keep it private or you can sell the copyright. Now let's come back to the certification. So this is what we have here. Now let's try to buy the certificate. So what I'm going to do is I can come back to the marketplace and let's try to buy the certificate of the PDF. So this is the one which I'm going to use. This is the one which I'm going to use to buy the certificate. So I can click on this. I can check this is the 2-month blockchain roadmap. That's what I want to buy. I can click on this. So here I have to click on this buy, right? It's going to make the call to my contract and it will give me the right and the certificate for this particular document, which I can use it because that's what I'm buying. Let's wait. Let's complete the transaction. So finally the transaction is completed, and here we are. Now go back to the certificate, and here you will find that we have bought the certificate of this particular PDF, and here we have bought the certificate. You can see we have all of this detail about this, and you can simply click on this download image. It's going to download it, and you can open this particular as a certificate. So it's also working absolutely fine. So that's how you can buy the certificate and use any digital document which you have bought it. So that looks absolutely fine. And we have already seen the plan. So if I want to buy more credits, right now I already have this and I can buy more credits. So I can click on this get basic. It's going to make the call to the contract, and it's going to say simply confirm, and it's going to call the contract, and I'm going to simply have 20 more credits. So just wait, let the transaction get complete. The transaction is successfully completed, and here we have this particular credit. So it's working absolutely fine. So this is what exactly you're going to build. You have seen all the feature we have included. So we have all the document section. This is the dashboard section where we can have the overview of our files. All of this data is dynamic. You can see this date is also got updated. This one is also got updated. We have the marketplace from where user can come and they can buy the license for a document. They can see the recent certification. We have the pricing, and we have the settings. From there you can easily able to manage all of these details, including this internal decentralized exchange. That's all reflecting fine. We have the user, we have the user list. So this is what exactly you're going to build. It's 100% responsive for all the devices. Let me show you. That's how it's going to look on the mobile device. So if I come back to the home page, you can click here and you can search anything which you want. You can simply change the mode. From here you can able to have the access of the different components. So if I want to go to my dashboard section, I can simply click and I will have the access of all this. So this is 100% responsive for different screen sizes as well. If you go back to the create, from here you will have the access. You can provide all of these details, upload document. That's all looks pretty fine. If you go back to the user details, here you will find the details about the user, and you can simply upload. Here you can see we have the Uniswap. That's also 100% responsive. If you go back to the recent tabs, here we have the recent tabs. That's also looks pretty good. We have all of this data. Now if you go back to the, let's say we go to the upload, you will find all of these details which we have updated here. So this looks absolutely incredible, and this is what exactly you're going to build. You can simply change your password. So let me do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to provide my user ID. I'll say Daulat, and the password is, new password is going to be, let's say new password is going to be Daulat as well. Daulat. If I click on this update password, it's going to make the call to my contract. Just wait, click on confirm, and here it's making the transaction. So just wait, it's making the transaction. You can open it up, and finally the transaction is completed, and here you can see password updated successfully. Now if you reload the page, because that's going to reset the entire data in our contract. Now what I'm going to do is come back here, and I'll show you the information we have stored. So here we have the authentication. So here we have this information which we have stored in our local system. So this is the current user. I'm going to simply remove this one, remove that one. Now I'm going to simply reload the page. Now we can give the username Daulat, Daulat. Click on this connect, click on this, and here we have the access in our application. So we have successfully changed our password, and here we are back into our application. You can see we have all of this document which we have created. So our authentication and password reset is, every single thing is working absolutely fine. This is what exactly you're going to build. Now let me show you that when you will get the final source code, how you can run and what are the setups you have to do and what exactly you will get in the final source code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply, when you will download the final source code, you will get a zip file, and when you will unzip that, you will get this particular folder called Google. Inside that you will have these 3 folders and this readme file which contain all the instruction which you have to follow to execute this project. Or you can watch this video in which I will explain you that what exactly you have to do. So you will have these 3 folder and this readme file. So this is the complete source code of the project which I show you in the demo. You will have all the code, and here we have the Next.js template. So the front-end UI template, it doesn't have any functionality, it's just a template. And here we have the starter file if you are following from start to end in the tutorial. So first thing, I'm going to execute the final source code and show you that how our application it's working and what are the changes you have to do to run from fresh. So this is what I have. First thing, I have to open my terminal, and now the very first thing I have to do is to check my node version, because if I come back here I have explained that this is the node version and npm version you have to install if you really want to execute this project. So let's check this out. So we'll type node-v. So I'm using the exact version and I'm using the exact npm version as well. So these are the must version you have to use. Once you have this, after that you have to come back here in the package.json file, and you will notice that we are using these library. We are using XCS for making the call to our IPFS. We are using this bcrypt.js which will hash the password, and then we're going to store into our smart contract. We are using this ether for interacting with the contract. We are using this HTML canvas which will allow us to convert the HTML template to the PDF. Here we are using this JPDF, Next, React DOM, drop zone for uploading our data. We have this hot toaster, React icons toaster, and we have this Web3 model. So these are the packages we are using, and you have to use the exact packaging no matter when you are watching this particular project and building. If you're building after 10 years, 5 years, as long as you use the exact version, it will work absolutely fine. So that's the first thing. Now the second thing you have to do is you have to get your own API key and secret key. So if I come back here in the component, inside the component, if I take you to the user profile, you will see that here we have this update user. In that we have this functionality. So we have this data, and here we have this particular function called upload to Infura. And inside that you have to provide your Pinata API key and Pinata secret key. So this is the 2 key you have to generate, which I will show you how to generate that. So you have to replace it here, and here we have this metadata as well. So if I open this metadata, inside that you will find all of these details we are converting, and here you have to also replace Pinata key and secret key. So these are the 2 places you have to provide your API key of Pinata and secret key. So in these 2 function, and that's what we're going to do it now. Just wait. So this is the one place where you have to replace it. Simply close this one, and now the second place you have to replace in the upload module. So come back here, come to this section, and here you have to replace as well. So we have upload to IPFS. Simply replace your API key and secret key. Now to get this key, all you have to do is come back, and here I have provided you the instruction that what exactly you have to do. So come back here in the Pinata. So Pinata is a great platform which you can use to store your digital assets information to the IPFS for the blockchain DApp. All you have to do is to simply click your account and log in. So I already have my account, so I will click on login. So once you will log into your dashboard, you will find all the information which you have uploaded to the IPFS and the document. That's all you will find. The JSON, the PDF, that's all you will find here. Now the only thing you have to do is that in your case, if you haven't used Pinata, then there is no data available. Then you can simply come back to the API key, and from here you have to generate the API key. So right now I have generated these two API key. I'm going to generate a new API key. So I'll click on this new key, and here I have to give the name. So I'll say DApp. And from here you can have a different accessibility to the API key, but I want to have all the access. I want to upload metadata, IPFS, PDF. That's all I want to have. From here you can able to set the limit. So I will go with the maximum, which is the 1000. I can upload 1000 data with this particular key. I'll click on this generate API key, and it's going to generate the API key and the secret key. So it will give you multiple options to authenticate and provide this data to the system, but I will go with this approach, and I'm going to use this API key and secret key. So simply copy and come back to your code. So all you have to do is to simply replace here. So first we have to upload in our upload. So I'm going to simply select this one, and I'm going to replace. Now come back here, do the same thing with the secret key, select here, copy, and we can come back here and we can simply replace it here. So this is our upload function is looking fine. Now what I want to do is simply copy this portion because we have already updated the key, and now we have to go back to the user profile, update user, and then we have to replace in these two functions. So simply open this one and simply replace this entire header which we have copied. So replaced, change this one as well. So simply come back here and replace, and looks fine. And that's the only thing you have to do. So once you're done with that, so once you update your API key, now comes the smart contract. So this is the smart contract we're going to write in this entire project. It's a pretty huge smart contract, and let me give you a quick overview. So you can see right now I'm selling this 3 plan. If you want to charge more money for the plan, you can simply provide that amount. You can replace that to 1 ether, 5 ether, and here we are charging this particular fund whenever anybody will buy the certificate. So you have listed your digital assets, and when someone buying your assets and they are getting the certificate, so this much amount you will get every time whenever the user will buy, and this fund will be transferred directly to your wallet address, and this much fund is going to be transferred to the owner of the contract. So this will the user will receive, and this is the owner of the contract will receive. You can simply do the modification. This is the file data we have, this is the certificate data we have, this is the user information, and by default we are providing 5 free credit. So these are the information for the user, and we are storing it up. Now if I take you back here, this is the create file, and when the user will create their account, we have the recent one. When they will create their account, we are assigning 5 credit. So this is what we have. Let me open this up, let me remove this one, and here you can see we are assigning 5 free credit. You can increase this to any, and you can change this membership type. So when the user will create his account for the very first time, we are assigning that credit here. So make sure to update this. So this is the entire smart contract. Now before you deploy this contract, I want you to use the same contract which I have deployed and show you in the example. So I have already deployed the contract, and if I take you back to the context, this is the address of the contract which I have deployed, where I have shown you all the example, and this is the ABI of the contract. So let me first run this and show you that everything is working fine. So now to run the application, all we have to do is to get into this particular folder. So I will simply do this rename, and I'm going to copy the name. Open up your terminal. So we are into the main directory. Now we have to get into this particular folder. I'll say cd, paste the address, and hit enter. So I'm into this particular folder. Now I have to install all of these packages. So simply type npmi and make sure to use the exact npm version and node version. If you don't use that, it's going to throw an error. So that's the thing you have to keep in mind. Looks good. And finally the installation is completed. Now I'm going to simply clear the terminal, and I'm going to start the application. So I have to run this particular command, npm run dev. Once you've done that, it's going to start the application on localhost 3000. You can simply copy this, come back to the browser, You can simply close this one and you can paste it and hit enter. And here the application is working fine. So it will take a little bit time, and here it's opening. So make sure to reload the page, and finally here we have the data. So finally it's telling me to connect. So I'll say pass my credentials, DAULAT. I have already changed my password, so I'll say Daulat, and I can click on this. If you don't have account, you can simply create. So I'll click on this and it's going to make the call. I'll show you that how it's going to look when you will deploy the contract and we will have no data. You can see everything's looking fine. So we have all of this data. You can come back to the marketplace where you will find all the digital asset listed for sale for the certification, and you will have your certification as well. So these are the things we have bought. Click and it's going to simply give you this. So all of things are looking pretty fine. So everything's good. You can come back here, you can simply select the document and you can simply create your new file. So I'm going to create this one more time. I can click open, and this time I'm using your API key. The API key we have provided, we are using that, not the old one. I can select this one. I can go back to the video. I can give the name. We'll say test one. I'll simply come back, copy here, paste your address, descriptions. I'll want to make it, let's say, private. Click on this and it's going to make the call to my contract and it's going to create the document, but it's going to be private. It's not going to list it for sale in the marketplace. So soon the transaction will complete. So finally the transaction is completed. Now you can come back to my drive, go to the video, and this is the one we have created just now. You can simply copy and you can see. So everything is working absolutely fine. You can change the dark mode to light mode and you can do all of things. So no error we have so far. Things are good. Now let me show you how you can deploy the contract. You can see that everything is working fine and we have successfully created the very first document in this particular contract which I have deployed. Now let me show you how you can deploy this contract and replace all the things. So very first thing we have to do is come back here in the contract and make sure to make the changes, whatever changes you want to do. Make the changes as per your requirement, change the pricing and the addresses and the fee which you want to charge. Simply copy this entire contract and now come back here in the remix ID. Open remix ID. Here I am in the remix ID. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new file. Create a new file, click on this contract and I want to create a new file, this time called test.sol, and I'm going to simply paste my entire contract. Here I have the entire contract and make sure to make all the changes, whatever changes you want to make it. So this is the first thing you have to do, paste your contract. Now the second thing is that you have to deploy. You can literally deploy to any network as per your choice. That's all you can do. So you can come back here and I have a bunch of network which you can pick to deploy, but I'm going to do it on the Mumbai because I have some free Mati which I'm going to use it. I don't have any fund on the other network, so I'm going to use the same Mumbai. And if you want to add any network, all you have to do is to go back to the block explorer to that particular blockchain. So if I want to deploy my contract to the Polygon mainnet or a Polygon testnet, that's all I have to do is to come back here and I can simply add it. So if I click on this add Polygon network, it's going to add main network. If I change the network to the test, it's going to take me to the test network and I can add this to my MetaMask. If I click, it's going to add. I have already added, and that's what you can see here. I have added this Mumbai. So that's the second thing you have to do, add the network in your MetaMask. Once you add that, after that you have to simply get the address which you want to use to deploy the contract. So this is the account I'm going to use it, and I already have this much fund in this my account. But in your case, if you don't have, you can come back here on the Acme faucet, and from here you can get some free Matis. So click on this very first link. You can come back here and here you will have 6 options for 6 different network: Ethereum, Optimum, Arbitrum, like Basis, and Ethereum, Polygon. If you want to go with other network, you need to have at least some real fund in your address. Then you can call the test faucet, but that's not in the case of Mati. So I can get it easily even I don't have real fund in my address. So click on this and I have to paste my address. If I click on this send, it's going to transfer the test Mati to my wallet, as I have already done in the morning. That's why you can see right now I cannot claim. I can claim after 24 hours. So this is what you have to do. Once you make it successful claim, the balance will reflect here and it's going to have the balance. So make sure to wait. Once you make the transaction for 2 to 3 minutes, the fund will reflect here. So once you have the fund, now it's time to deploy the contract. So to deploy the contract, all you have to do is to come back here and Go to this and click on this auto compile. So whenever you make any changes, it will automatically compile your contract and it will generate the artifact. So come back here, and from here you have to check this injected provider. So it will connect with a MetaMask wallet. So just wait, it's going to make it the connection, and it's taking a little bit time. But I'm going to do is I'm going to simply reload the page. Click on this injected provider. Sometimes it's take a little bit time, so you can simply reload the page. So here I'm connected. I can see the fund I have. So this is the exact network I'm connected with, and this is the exact account I have here, B0. Now I have to deploy this contract because this is the only contract I have. I can simply drag it up. I can click on this deploy. It's going to make the call to the contract and to the Polygon test network. Click on this confirm, and this will make the transaction. So just wait, and it will give you the address of your contract. So finally, we have deployed our contract successfully. Here you will have the address of the contract. You can simply copy and you can expand this one. So all the function we have defined, that's all you will find here. And you can easily able to interact with the contract right from here in the Remix ID. But we have built our front end, so we're going to use that. You can simply copy and you can come back to the text network, Mumbai Polygon text network, and you can simply paste to check whether you have deployed the contract successfully or not. And you can see just now we have deployed the contract 28 seconds ago. So everything's looking fine so far. Now I'm going to simply copy the address, come back here, go back to the context, come here, come in the constants, and here you have to simply replace your address, the newly address. So I'm going to simply paste. So this is the address. Now I have to simply make the changes in the ABI. Again, if you're making any changes in the contract, then definitely you have to provide the latest ABI. But I haven't make any changes, so if I not change the ABI, it will work absolutely fine. But let me show you how you can get the ABI. So if you make any changes, come back here and you will have the ABI in the artifact. So click on this artifact, and this is what we have called our contract. So we have this one. If I simply scroll all the way down here, you will find that here I have that. This is the exact name I have given, file sharing DApp, and that's the ABI. Simply click on this, select all, copy, and that's, we can come back here, remove and paste here. So this is the entire ABI of our contract which we're going to use to interact with our contract. So this is the second step you have to do. First, deploy and replace the ABI and the address. So once you're done with that, now we can start our application. So if I open it up, if I stop the application, and if I start it, npm run dev, it's going to open the application. So if I come back here, reload the page, and if I try to log in, it's going to throw an error because there is no data available. So first thing I have to do is I have to simply remove the data which I have stored in the local storage. So all of this data, old data I have uploaded. So I'm going to simply remove this one. And now there is no data available, and there is no user I have. There is no user I have. So if I simply log out from the MetaMask, let me show you. If I log from the MetaMask, reload the page. So this is what the new user will see. You can simply come here and you can create an account, or you can simply log in. So I don't have an account, so I have to create. So I'll say Daulat Hussain. I'll say user ID DAULAT Daulat. Email is going to be DAULAT@gmail.com. It's a fake one. And 12345. That's the password. 12345. And I can simply click on this connect. It's going to connect with a MetaMask. So this is the first step authentication, because one account, the details we are providing, this details is only valid with this particular address which we are using to create an account. So that's the first step authentication. We'll say, so let me provide my MetaMask. So this is the first step authentication. Now, if I click on this sign up, it's going to make the call to the contract, and we're going to hash the data, and then we're going to store it into our contract. So this is the second and third step authentication. Click on confirm, and it's going to make the transaction. So here it's making the transaction, and the transaction is completed. And here we are redirect to our dashboard. So there is no data available. Everything is empty. You can see, you can come back, images, this 404 means there is no data. Audio, there is no data. Video, there is no data. Marketplace, there is no data. Recent, there is no data. Certification, there is no data. If you come back to the admin, go to the user profile, there is no data available. Like you can easily able to connect with the Ethereum network and you can do the shop. There is no data available. If you come back here, in the profile, that's all is there. Right now you can see it says 0, but this particular account we have created, it has 5 credits. So to fetch the data one more time, we have to simply reload the page, because sometimes the data takes a little bit time to register on the blockchain. Once you do that, now we have to simply provide the credential. So connect and let's provide the data. So we'll say Daulat 12345 and click on this sign up, and it's going to make the call and it's going to give us the access. So right now you can see we have this 5 credit and not a member, so the details are looking fine. If I come back here, create a document, let's create a video first. It's going to create a video, just wait, it will take a time, and it's going to use your own API key. So let me select. I would suggest you to first upload the video, then select the category, because that's all happening simultaneously in the contract. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now let's give the name. I'll say first video web3, and I'm going to take the description and I want to make it public, so anybody can buy it. So let's make it true. Add document, and here we have. Click on this confirm, and it's going to make the transaction. And here the transaction is completed. Again, it's take a little bit time for fetching the data, so simply reload the page. And once you do that, it's going to give you, click on this connect, and it's going to fetch all the information and set all the data in the file. So you can see this is the one file you have created. You can see this, it was a video. Here you will find the video. If you come back to my drive, there is no data available here, but if you go to the video, here is the video. You can simply copy and you can share the link with anyone, or you can have and see this. Looks fine. That looks good. If you come back to the marketplace, here we have, so other user can come and they can buy the rights of this particular one. So this one is look good. You can change the dark light mode. This looks fine. You can go back here. It's also look good. Now let me show you how you can update the user information. So this is what I have. And if you come back to the user list, this is the only user we have. If we go back to the user profile, there is no data available about the users. All this empty. So I'll go back to the update user, and here I can update all of this information. So let me get this URL, but you have to provide your real URL. So I'll click here. I'll go back to this. I'll place this particular picture, and it's going to make the call, and it will upload the information. Here we have. Now I can select the category. So I'll say dev developer, paste this information, paste here. I can call it Daulat. I'll say Hussein. I'll give the address. I can paste the address. You can give whatever you want, and I can say company is going to be the chain coders. Pick the country. I'll say India. You can give whatever email details. I can give the email ID. I'll say the chain coders @gmail.com. In this email you can contact for any query, and I'll go with something demo, and you can select the, I'll say CI/CD, and you can call it update info. It's going to make a call to the contract and it's going to update the information. And here it says that the failed to upload, check your API. So let me check. It say it failed, but we have replaced that. So I'll come back here in the component user profile. Here we have this updated user. So the error is coming from here because we are successfully uploading the information to the IPFS in the profile one, but when it's come to uploading the metadata, we are getting an error. And I know why we're having this particular error, because here we have to change the method, because when you upload a JSON, we have to change it to different one, and I have done the copy paste. That's why we have replaced it. So the only change you have to do is not in this upload to Infura, but you have to do here in metadata. It's say application JSON, and that will fix the issue. Save it. Now come back here and reload the page. Come back here, and you can see this credit went down to 4 because we have created one document. Let me go to my user profile. There is 4 credit, 1 document created we have. Now let's update this information. So I'll select the user profile, and I'm going to take the URL from here. Come back to the application. It's uploaded successfully. I'm a web developer, blockchain developer, you can call it. And let's call this Daulat Hussein. Address is going to be, I'll take this dummy data, paste here. I'll say company is going to be the blockchain chain coders. I'll say India. I'll give this dummy phone number. You can pick anyone. And this is the email. If you guys have any inquiry to make, you can contact me here. The chain coders @ gmail.com. Even you get any error, you can simply contact me here. Pin code, and I will say city, and click on this update info. It's going to make a call to our contract and it's going to store the information. So finally we have stored all this information. Looks pretty fine. Now if you come back to the user profile, you will find all of this data will reflect here. Here you can see dollar, credit, all of these icons and all of these details. That looks pretty fine. Now let me simply quickly complete this entire free credit. So after I can show you that how you can buy credit. So finally, I have used all the free credit and I have created this 5 document. That's all you can able to find here. If you go to the recent one, that's all you will find. So right now we have these 3 publics and 2 private. So that's all you can able to find. Now I don't have any credit, but if I want to create and come back here, it will say buy credit. So if I click on this, and from here I have to select the plan which I want to take. I want to buy 20 credit, 50 credit and 100 credit. So I'll go with this 100 one. And when I will buy, this fund will be transferred to the owner of the contract, which is me. So I'll click on this get gold and it's going to make the call. Say confirm. Click on this MetaMask. You will see the transaction is happening. And once the transaction will complete, it's going to give you the 500 credit. So you can start creating your new files. And the credit is completed now. So finally the transaction is completed and here you can see we got this 100 credit. Now if you come back to the create, you can create more document. So this looks pretty fine. Now let me show you with a different account and let's try to buy the certificate. So I'll come back here. So let's buy the certificate. So let's come back to the account number 1. And this is the one account I'm going to use it, but this account doesn't have an account. So I'm going to simply do the inspect element and I have to remove all the information from the local storage because one user can use only one account. Come back here and right now we have this previous data account history. I will simply remove that. And if I reload it, it's going to give me this and I have to use this particular account number 1. So I'll switch back here, click on this connect. So I'm connected with that. Let's call this Rayyan, Rayyan, Rayyan @gmail.com. I'll say 12345 12345 and select connect and click on this sign up and it's going to create an account. If it gives any kind of error, make sure to reload that and that will fix the issue because sometimes it takes a little bit time to create an account and we are doing 3-step authentication. That's why sometimes this process takes a little bit time. So just wait and let the transaction complete. And here we have, now I can come back to the marketplace and I can buy any document. So I want to buy this because right now I don't have any certification for the digital asset, but I want to buy this. So I click on this buy. I'm paying this much fund. Click on this buy rights and it's going to make a call to my MetaMask. Click on confirm and here the transaction is happening. Once the transaction will complete, it's going to give me the certificates which I can download and I can use the assets wherever I want in the entire application. So just wait, soon the transaction will complete. So finally the transaction is completed. You can see successfully claim the right and it's going to reload the page. And after that, if you come back to the certification, here you can see this component is reflecting. This is your address. This is the one which you have claimed. You can click on the certification. It's going to update this information in the certification and you can click on this download certification. And here you can download it. Click on that and here is the certificate which you can simply use it. So this looks pretty good. You can see every single thing is working absolutely fine and this is one of the powerful application which you will include. If you come back to the admin user list, that's all information you will find. You can simply copy and change the mode and light dark mode. That's all looking fine. If you come back here, you can simply say sign out. Is going to give you out of this. So I hope you guys have understood that what exactly you have to do once you will download the final source code, and this is the exact step you have to follow. Rayyan 12345, click on this connect and make a signing, and it's going to give you access to the application, and you will have the access. So I believe that you guys have understood that what exactly you have to do once you download the final source code. And one more thing I want to tell you all, that whenever you change your account wallet address, make sure to remove all of this information from your local storage, all of this information from the local storage, all the information from the local storage, because we don't want to have a duplicate data that's going to create a problem. So that's exactly what we are going to build soon in the project. And by the way, if you guys haven't checked this particular project which I have launched, this is one of the projects which you have to include in your portfolio. So this is the course which I have launched, which will teach you every single thing about the blockchain development and what exactly you have to learn to master blockchain development. So make sure to watch this video where I have explained every single thing. And here we have the technology. So you will master complete Solidity course programming language. Here we have the extra modules. We have the NFT marketplace project where you go deal with the different contract, multi-complex contract. We'll have some crash course on HTML, CSS, React, Tailwind, Hard Hat, MetaMask, and Web3 provider. So this is the complete package for you to master blockchain development. So make sure to check that one. So hope you guys have understood that what exactly you have to do, and we have also provided you the starter file and the final source code, so you can simply download it. So you can come back to the GitHub repository, and the link I have provided you, from there you can simply download the starter file and also the final source code. So that's the only thing from my end. I hope you guys have understood. If you have any question, in doubt, definitely give me email in this particular email ID so I can give you the response quickly. And that's the only thing from my end. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.